Hello and welcome to Simulated Created. Today we're looking at and reviewing the brand new DLC to Jurassic World Evolution, Claire's Sanctuary. With update 1.8 we get terrain painting, fish feeders, gyrosphere improvements and randomised challenge mode, but we don't want to be looking at any of those as we're here to get our claws into the incredible digital dinos. Unlike Doctor Who, this DLC is found under the campaign section and the aptly titled Claire's Sanctuary. So let's take a look.
I returned to Isla Nublar with a sense of excitement and dread. This is where I experienced some of the greatest accomplishments of my life, and tragically, my most regrettable failures. But I've learned so much since then. About the dinosaurs, about this island, and about myself. So, welcome back. This time we do better, and when we leave on our terms.
Taking inspiration from Fallen Kingdom, we return to Isla Nublar, and to a rather large map populated by free-roaming dinosaurs. We are tasked with restoring power to the island, creating paddocks for the carnivores, and researching a cure for disease which could potentially wipe them all out. On top of this, Mount Sibo is on the verge of erupting, shaking the land and your screen at random intervals, which I rather enjoyed. This whole section is fast-paced, and you actually feel the urgency as you clamour to help Claire as fast as you can. Once all of these tasks are complete, all that's left to do is rescue the dinosaurs. But Mount Sibo has other ideas, and you only have enough time to select 8 of them. Only 8? It's a good idea to save your game at this point. Luckily I did, as no further information is given. Are these the only dinosaurs I can use for the rest of the expansion? In that case, do I need to collect more than one of the same species? Spoiler alert, no and no. I replayed this section 3 times after getting to the sanctuary and realising you just need to save one of each of whichever dinosaur you like the best. Something else to note is that when you reach Claire's sanctuary, the dinosaurs will arrive in the order that you saved them. That's just something to be aware of. Once again, the heat is really turned up on the sanctuary, as you only have a few minutes to build the enclosure for incoming dinosaurs. Personally, I don't like this. When building a park, I like to spend time creating beautifully crafted walkways, perfectly placed pens, and access to viewing platforms and away from the electricity grids. But nope, I've been waffling too long and now I've only got 30 seconds left before the Apatosaurus is lowered down. Aesthetics aside, all dinos were lowered in place, healthy and satisfied first time with no breakouts or emergencies, which I was rather pleased about. Unfortunately, this is where the expansion takes a rather dismal turn. That first hour and a half of excitement is slowly but surely washed away as the rest of the game is taken up with you waiting for money to come in so you can research the next item and implement it to the park and so on and so on. You know those only 8 dinosaurs we could save from the island? Well, don't feel too sad because you can simply dig up some more bones and create other species, as well as boost up the ones you have, so not as extinct as we were led to believe. Thanks, Claire. This part of the game is kinda excruciating. How much I wish there was a fast forward time button to speed things up, but alas there isn't. At one point I actually did the housework while waiting for my park to mature just to fill in the time. True story. Paleo plants is the new big thing for this expansion, with a greenhouse to grow a finite number of extinct species in. But they must be tailored to the correct corresponding dinos, so yeah, this can also be rather frustrating, especially if you've got 2 herbivores in a paddock, both needing different food sources. Once you have a steady stream of income, have sated the scientists' needs for bowling alleys and arcade games, and the dinosaurs are all in place and happy, you can finally start to enjoy the "What the?" I was genuinely shocked when the credits started to roll. I honestly believed all this was the pre-ramble to the main part of the expansion. So much of my time had been spent waiting and wishing it would hurry up, only for it just to end when it was getting good. I must have sat staring at my screen, mouth wide open for a good minute or so before audibly saying, "Is that it?" With restarts and redos, there is around 5 hours of gameplay here. That wouldn't be so bad if all 5 hours were interesting, but a large part of that is waiting and waiting and waiting for something to happen. I bought Jurassic World Evolution on the day of release last year and had similar issues back then. These seem to be fixed with the release of the first DLC, The Secrets of Dr. Wu. From beginning to end, that expansion was fantastic. It improved JWE, added much needed content, and the story was engaging and enjoyable. Because of this, I had high hopes for Claire's Sanctuary, but unfortunately, this second DLC, released on the first anniversary of the game, falls short of what I know Frontier is capable of. The story is okay, but there isn't enough of it. Same goes for the gameplay. In fact, I think that is a fair assessment of this DLC. There just isn't enough of it. And what is there, at times, is quite boring. Well, at least now I can check out the new landscaping and foliage that came with the free update. You know, the 1.8 we mentioned at the beginning. Although I did find some problems with the new landscaping, as in it won't auto-delete when you're placing down your paddocks, which can be a bit frustrating. And so that concludes my first review on this new channel. I'm just sorry it couldn't have been more positive. Hopefully the next time I review something it will be. Until then, there's more content on the way, so hit that subscribe button and we'll see you soon.